Having gone through most of the Django concepts, at least we are now confident that we can start off and create a backend for a website. Basically, we might not have mentioned all the concepts, but because we needed to make this video short, at least we have covered most of the concepts. So at this point, I want us to host our website. I want us to take this website to production instead of viewing it using a local server. I want us to take it to production. So to keep advancing on Django, we will create another video for different concepts so that we can keep upskilling ourselves. So in this case, we are going to do some few checks before we take our website to production. So the first one, all you need to have is you either need a domain, okay, not either, you basically need a domain name and a hosting service. And the hosting service, you need to confirm that it supports the hosting of Python files. Not all hosting will support the hosting of Python files. So in my case here, I have a hosting service that supports hosting of Python applications and Node.js applications and most of other applications. So basically, I would recommend for your web hosting and domain registration, just visit our website. I will include this link in the description below. Visit our website. Then here we have included the links according to countries. Those in Kenya can purchase their domain names here and their hosting service. Those in Nigeria and those in any other country can have their domain name and a hosting service purchased under these links. So ensure to register using these links and procure a hosting service and a domain name. Once you get that, you can now easily take your website, your Django website to production. So with me here, I have access to a cPanel. And I want to use a domain name called furniture.dtechnologies.com. Basically, you can host it in either a subdomain, a domain, or an add-on domain name. So should you happen to purchase a hosting service using these links and you encounter a challenge hosting your Python applications, you can always reach out to us. And also the support here is very friendly. They can help you in resolving such issues. So don't hesitate. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to ensure that the packages that we are using in development will be imported to production, or rather we have the records. So we have one command to achieve that. It's called pip freeze. If we pip freeze, we are going to get a list of the dependencies that we have used. So we can just have them on some file, requirements.txt. If we check, it has been generated here. So what we need to do, let us compress these files. Let us compress this file. We create an archive. Should be a zip file, then create. Once we do that, we want to come to this server. Once you purchase a hosting and a domain service, here you'll be given access to a cPanel. Once you have the credentials, you can easily log into this cPanel. Then what we need to do, we need to set up a Python application on this domain. So let's do that in a few clicks. Let's have Python. I have a number of websites here, so let's continue and create another one. Let me show you. So once you access this Python dashboard, click on create application. Then here you can select the highest or lower one. Usually some of them are still not stable, so should you use the latest version and you get, say, an error 543 or some other errors, but usually 543 is the common error, just recreate the application using a lower version. So in my case, let me use 3.8. Then the application root, I want to use this as the application root. Furniture, let me have that. Then for the application URL, I want to use the same furniture.technologies. So once you fill in these two, you don't need to add anything else. So just click on create. Our application has been created. Let us confirm if that version is okay. All right, so getting this message shows you that version is okay and it's ready to accept your website files. So should you get an error 543, probably you need to select a lower version or even a higher one. So as at the time of recording this video, just use 3.8. I used 3.8 and it works. So let's come back to the Cpanel. I want us to upload our website files. So let's go to File Manager. Then let me look for Furniture. So here I want us to upload the files. Let me Django tutorial. Let me see. Let me go to coding. Then Django. Then we have tutorials. Then you have Django tutorial. Then we have this zip file. Click on select. So let's give it time to upload. Once the upload has been completed, just click on go back. Then in this is the file that we just uploaded. That is the zip file. So click on that, then extract here. Then we can just try and reload that, but we need to do some other setups. Basically nothing much happens. So once, usually purchasing a hosting service under this URL, most of the hosting services or other hosting packages have they can host Python applications and have access to a terminal. So just confirm at the time you are making the purchase, to confirm that the terminal is available on the package of choice, so that you can be sure to have a terminal enabled. So if the terminal is not enabled, just request for them to enable it for you. So let's come to terminal. We also need to copy a URL. After creating the Python application, there is this URL that is generated. Copy that, paste that. So what we need to do is that we need to do some edits here. So in this WSGI, we need to do some edits. Click on that, edit. So what we need to do, basically what we are seeing here is what is here. So that's what we need to edit. So we have from, let's do some importation here from Django tutorial, dot WSGI. There is a file named w.sgi here. WSGI import application. Once you do that, click on save and just cross. If we reload this, let's see if we made some progress. Let's come back here. Let's restart our application. Come back, reload. So far so good. That's a friendly error. It simply shows that something is missing. So basically, before we start investigating on what is missing, we need to install our application's dependencies. Remember, we have a file named requirements.txt with our project modules. So we need to install those modules. Pip install. Then we have a flag R, then requirements.txt. So let's give it time to complete. Alright, you could get some of these errors, but the main cause of the errors is usually because the pip version that is currently there is a raw version. So let us first of all update the version of the pip that is installed. Once we do that, let us run the command to install the dependencies again, and we see that it has completed successfully. So basically all you needed to do is to update the version of pip that has been used. So let's come back here, let's reload, or rather restart our application. Click on that. Alright, so far so good. We are still coming closer to having our website on production. So the next thing is doing some edits, and so basically whatever edits we want to do, we want to make some adjustments in the settings.py file. So click on that. So under around host, in case you are doing a test, you can have all host around by adding a star in between quotation marks. That is for testing purposes, but for production, ensure to only use the URLs for your domain name. So once we do that, we basically use the subdomain and the www part of the domain. Then save, then come back and reload. If the changes don't reflect, you need to restart the application. All right, let's give it some time and reload, and there we go. We have now our website in production. So let us see contact us page. It's working. Let's click on this. Remember we edited and added a slash here, also working. We also added one here, it's working as well. So as part of the assignment, ensure to work on about, services, pricing, projects, and other pages. Just play around with some few pages, and once you do that, please add a comment and tell us if you were able to achieve that or otherwise. Then what we also need to do, let us check if we are able to access the admin dashboard. The admin dashboard is still not accessible. So one more thing that we need to do, we need to run a command here. Let me first of all clear the screen. Python manage.py, then correct static. Right, let's come back and try. Let us reload. Just try on a new tab, on an incognito tab, and there we go. It's already working, just that probably some cache has built up. Let me try and stop the app, then start it again, and log in again, admin. All right, so for now this may take a bit of time to let me see. All right, seems to be taking a bit of time to clear the cache, but we can easily use whatever we have in the incognito tab. Basically, for you to achieve this, you can create your browser cache, and you'll actually have this dashboard. So for instance, okay, let me just first of all log in. So remember, we added some codes. Remember the codes we added to make our images appear. If for instance you access the admin dashboard and it doesn't work, or rather it works, you're able to log in, but the styling is not in good shape, just like we have here, ensure to have these codes inserted. That is the only way you can resolve that issue. Alternatively, if you have a different way of doing that, you can as well use that. But for these for the purposes of this video, if you face a challenge with working with the static files or styling not showing, ensure to come back to this section, add these few lines of code. These two, we also have these two, and also ensure to import whatever is needed for these 4 lines of code. Also in the settings.py, ensure that you have these codes in place. All right, so we have our website here. Let us try to add a new project and see if it will appear. I want us to view site in a different tab. We have the site here working perfectly. We have 2 projects at the moment. Let us add the third one. Project 3. Just copy some information here. Then let's choose a file. Let's choose that image, select that, then save. Let's come here, then reload, and there we go. We have added this new project. So basically, still part of the assignment, you can also work on completed project section. Have it being added dynamically, so that you can be able to keep on gaining the skills. That marks the end of this Django tutorial. We are grateful that you watched us from the beginning. Thank you for being with us for that time. We will continue creating more videos like this, and with more advanced concept. Keep on checking out on our upcoming videos. Thank you. Ensure to drop a comment. Let us know how the session was. Also ensure to give a thumbs up to this video, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep sharing and keep showing the love to others as well. Thank you, and see you in other upcoming videos.